Hey guys, good morning. All right, I thought we could start out today with a bit of a bare face and do some makeup together. This is gonna be a bit of a shop my stash type of thing. I'm pulling out some older products that I just really love and also want to revisit. So yeah, that's what we're doing today. If you're new here, I'm Anna. I'm a little bit spooky and yeah, we're here to play with some makeup again. All right, so eyes are primed, brows are on, jewelry is already on, and I decided to just go with a little ponytail today because I didn't feel like messing with my hair. So for eyes, we're going to use Naked Wild West from Urban Decay because I haven't used this in quite some time. And I thought it'd be fun to revisit this and do a nice little look. I want to do something fairly glam. Going to a dinner party this evening, a casual dinner party, but still kind of a dinner party. And I thought it'd be nice to do a little something on the face all around. And I have a new lipstick that I want to really want to use. This is saffron, wild saffron from Revlon. So I want to do a look with this shade in mind and kind of build from there because I'm just, I cannot wait to put this color on my lips. So yeah, I think we're going to stick with these kind of warmer, just neutral tones within Naked Wild West. Nothing outside the box there. There are colors you can find in any palette pretty much that has some warm tones. Yeah, pulled that out. I also pulled out my Melt blushes. I love these so much. These are the digital dust blushes that were in the Queen Bee collection, I think, or Bee collection. I can't remember what the actual collection was called. But this is a digital dust duos. I have Queen Bee, which I'm going to use in my bronzer today. And then I have Buzzkill, which will be our blush and highlight moment. And I'm going to use that lipstick as a cream blush. So it's going to be more of like a cheek topper. What else did I pull? Oh, I pulled a foundation that I love that I haven't reached for in a while. The It Cosmetics CC Nude Glow. Thought we could dip into this today. And the number 7 concealer that I'm just trying to use up because I love the concealer. I don't want to declutter it yet. I want to actually use it up because it's a really good concealer. And yeah, I think that's pretty much the goal today. So let's get started. Eyes are primed, brows are on. I'm going to start with some Urban Decay eyeliner. This is 24/7 Glide On Eyeliner in Demolition, which is one of my favorite formulas of eyeliner. If I was going to go for one from a high-end brand, it would be an Urban Decay one. They really do make great eyeliners. Where is my pencil sharpener? Hello? Oh, right in front of me. Right in front of me, as everything usually is that I cannot find. It's always right in front of me. But we're going to start here and get a nice smoky base going, and then we'll build from there. So I'm going to start right here on the outer corner. Demolition is a black-brown shade. And I'm going to come like into the tight line on the upper lid and pull out from there to kind of create a wing shape. And then I'm going to take a liner brush and blend. Give that a little smudge. Soften her up. Nice little smokiness. Let's get started with the eyeshadow. I'm going to take a bit of the shade Whiskey, really start things out and smoke out the lash line a little bit more. Whiskey is this one right here. This, where are we at? Right here. The deepest warm brown. I'm going to use that over Demolition liner. And really can blend that up and out. A little wedgy shape. And then I'm going to take a flat little lay down brush and use that to further blend. Like this. Just soften up that edge. And I'm going to jump over to a Precision Firm Blender, I believe, from Sigma, and grab a bit more Whiskey, and just do this number right there. and then soften it up and out. And keeping most of the pigment on the outer corner. Okay, and now I'm gonna go over to Ghost Town, which is the little bit lighter, warm brown. Have a nice burnt terracotta color. We're gonna go a little bit higher above there, this shade, and then further in. Sticking with the same brush right now. It looks a little blocky, but we'll blend as we go, and we'll get there. Just kind of laying down the pigment mostly first, and then we'll blend from there. Just getting the placement. And we'll grab the Sigma regular size from blender with no product and just diffuse on those edges. And then I'm gonna grab a Sigma blending brush. I'm gonna grab some of, I think we'll take a little bit of nudie right here. No, so between nudie and spur. Let's take a little bit of spur. It's the shade right there. We're gonna use that around the edges to really diffuse things. These are like a transition shade. And I'm doing it a little backwards today, but it's fun to change up things. I'm just gonna bring that in here, kind of going towards the brow bone. And a light, gonna wash. And then right up under the brow, I'm gonna take Standoff lightest shade here. This is like a pearly satin cream shade. Right here, just under the brow. This shade is pretty much my skin tone, with just a little bit of a glow. So it's really nice in the brow bone. On the brow bone for me. And it has just a subtle sheen to it. It's very pretty. That's one of my favorite formulas from Urban Decay is these kind of satiny shades. I think they are always so pretty and so flattering and very versatile because you can kind of put them anywhere. ABH also does shades like this really well. And I'm gonna hit in here with that same shade. Brighten up the inner corner. Just go ahead and do that while I'm at it. Okay, and then I think I'm gonna revisit a little bit of Whiskey, build some more of that up, the deepest or browns. Just to keep that darkness right there. And a little bit more Ghost Town. Yeah, the color story of this palette may not be everyone's cup of tea, but the quality can't be complained about. It performs beautifully. But I know there was like some criticism of this palette being just meh, but I think the performance of it, if you like the colors, it does so well. Just classic, trustworthy Urban Decay eyeshadows. For the most part, I think they're those brands you can really rely on their eyeshadow formula for the most part. I mean, there's some duds, I think, within their line that every brand has. But usually, a naked palette, the quality is reliable across the board. I think, what was it, the Cyber one was the one people were least impressed with formula-wise. I didn't use that one, or I didn't try that one because I just didn't care for the color story. And it's weird because I love like tech themed stuff and like cyberpunk looking things. I was initially like excited until I saw the interior of the palette. It's kind of like, it's just kind of, I don't know, it didn't have enough oomph to it. And that heavy metal palette, girl, what were they thinking? What were they thinking with that one? They could have done so much more with that. And just, to me, that one really fell flat. They should have called it like the glam metal palette, maybe? Going with like a, because it looked like they were trying to do like an 80s vibe with it, but if you're going to go with heavy metal, a palette of like colors of metals, not a pop of weird purple and hot pink or whatever was in it. It just, it didn't do it for me. I'm going to grab that little flat brush again. I'm going to take some of the shade called Rustler. Look, you have to say it like that, Rustler. Get my rustlers on. There you go. This one right here. This is really pretty. Somewhere between a copper and a bronze shade. I'm gonna sort of bring that right here. Get your jimmies rustled with a rustler. It's my husband's favorite phrase when he's excited about something. Because jimmies rustled. I have no clue what that really means. That might be something totally offensive and I have no idea. Anyway, this shade is very pretty. It's just a classic kind of color that I think is most universally pretty flattering shades. Just a nice staple. I'm letting that just kind of flow up with a light hand into where we put Ghost Town. I'm gonna grab Hold'em. This ain't Texas. So lay your cards down, down, down. I love that new Beyonce song. Okay, I love it. I love it. But yeah, we're gonna take Hold'em. A little bit in here. If the whole album is like that, might be a favorite Beyonce album. Honestly, I don't think I can really think of a Beyonce song that I dislike. I've always liked her songs. They're always just been good. She knows how to make a good song. This is the only shade I think could really use a little more impact. It's a little sheer, and that is my complaint with Urban Decay occasionally, is that they'll make a shimmer shade that is very sheer. When they try to make them a little more sparkly, they get into like almost like that Moondust formula, and they just really don't do a whole lot, and you gotta kind of apply them wet or something. And I don't like having to take the extra steps of wetting a brush or using a specific primer to make an eyeshadow work. That's like a little hard-headedness on my part, is that I don't think I need to do nothing special to make an eyeshadow work. Just saying. If I'm spending over $50 on an eyeshadow, I want it to just perform with a brush and just be able to slap it on my eye and it do and look beautiful and not need any hand holding. Is that too much to ask? I don't think it is. So occasionally that is a little thing I run into with Urban Decay, is that maybe a glitter glue primer or a stickier base or a damp brush could be a little more beneficial, particularly with like one of these types of shades. And usually like a gold eyeshadow is pretty not something that one should mess up. It's a very easy thing to do, you know? So it's just, it doesn't quite have the impact that I think it should have by looking at it in the pan, and even with a finger. Like this is about as far as I want to go with eyeshadow, is putting it on the finger. It still just doesn't really have enough. Well, maybe. That's the best you can really get out of it, unless you want to really get in there with it with a sticky primer or something, like a tacky primer, like NYX Glitter Glue or whatever. Here's another little pet peeve. When people review eyeshadows, but they use NYX Glitter Glue as their base. That is, no. I want to see what the shadow does just over a regular plain ass primer, nothing fancy, just over like a Milani eyeshadow primer or something like that, or just some concealer and a little loose setting powder. That's what I want to see how it performs over. I don't want to have to do anything special. So I really don't love using NYX Glitter Glue. Like, it's a good product, but it's, to me, just an extra step that I don't want to have to take. Because look, I take enough extra steps. Taking a little more Ghost Town. Just running some of that right out here. But that is something that irks me when I see reviews using that and then judging the eyeshadow's performance based off of how it performs over NYX Glitter Glue. Because yeah, some eyeshadows are not going to perform good over that because it's a sticky, tacky glitter glue. Yeah, things are going to get weird and bunchy sometimes. And eyeshadows aren't always designed for that. To me, that's like a last resort type of thing, or not really last resort. To me, that's more of a last resort product to make something work if it's just not working. It has a time and a place, but not just on the day-to-day, I don't think. Like when I test out eyeshadows and review them and stuff, I'm using them over lately, like the NYX eye primer, like just something you get at the drugstore, just something basic and simple, and a little bit of setting powder because I have oily lids. Okay, I mean that's still a pretty look though, even with the gold needle, little extra oomph. It still looks nice. Okay, and that is the upper lid done anyway. I've got a Dorito chip, like corner of a Dorito stuck in my throat right now, and it is driving me crazy. I cannot get it to go down. It's like stuck on my tonsil kind of behind it, and it hurts. It is stabbing me. Maybe that's why I'm a little fussy, because my throat hurts because of that. Right, okay, I'm going to tidy up any fallout I have. I have a little bit of fallout, nothing insane, but I wasn't being particularly careful either. So we'll just wipe some of that away. I'm going to use a little bit of face primer to do that. Just take a touch of my NYX marshmallow primer, which I think I'm going to go ahead and use on the rest of the face as well today. It is definitely a project pan item. As I have more fallout than I thought. Oops. And while I'm at it, I'm going to go ahead and prime the rest of the face with the marshmallow primer. I see they got like a setting spray now in this line. And this is a fine primer if you like primers. It has a little bit of like some skincare benefit to it. I think it's nice. But do you absolutely need it? Nah, it's not doing anything that's going to change your life. But I think it's nice if you want to take the extra step. I firmly believe skincare is more important. What is your very specific need? But this one to me doesn't really do anything that's specific. Like it kind of softens the skin a little bit and blurs a little, but I've had primers that blur more. It's just a good all around type of primer. Like it has a bit of hydration to it. It gives you a little bit of silky feel. Helps elongate makeup, all that jazz. And has some skincare perks to it. But it's not a essential item. And it is a little pricey for like a drugstore primer too. Does anyone else think NYX is kind of cringy sometimes with their branding? Like the new Duck Pout lip gloss. I don't like the name of it. That's the only reason I don't want to try it, because I do love a plumping gloss, but I don't want one called Duck Plump. This just makes me think of duck lips, which I get, that's why they call it that, but I don't like it. I don't like it. I just feel like sometimes they get a little cutesy and there's not enough cohesiveness within the brand's branding. That bugs me a little. I don't know. Just a bit silly, I guess. Let's do a little underpainting. I'm just going to breeze through this real quick. I'm just going to take some Milani Liquid Contour, then the Conceal and Perfect line. This is another little bit of a Project Panty product. It's almost done, so I'm trying to use it up before I move on to really diving into my e.l.f. ones. So I really love the e.l.f. ones, but I need to use up this one because it's basically the same thing. So I'm taking it on a brush and then dabbing off on my hand and working it into the brush a bit. And we'll use that as our liquid cream bronzing step. I find using a brush also keeps these from getting messy. And also going with the brush, like off of this, keeps it, and then dabbing off on your hand can keep you from over applying, which I do get a little heavy handed with these. It's just kind of nature of the beast with these types of products. They they can be a little strong. And that's why I like to underpaint with them as well, because it gives you a little more grace. All right, now I'm gonna grab that wild saffron lipstick, and we're gonna use that as a cream blush over top of this. So I'm just gonna take some on my hand. Like this is a cream formula. So usually that does really well, this type of step. Do a little brush in there. Oh yeah, that's a good blush shade. It's quite pigmented, so I don't have to go too hard in there. Do a little bit of concealer. This is the number 7 Lift and Illuminate Serum Concealer. Then we'll buff that out. A little concealer brush. Now we'll do the IT Cosmetics Your Skin But Better CC Nude Glow. This is a color correcting medium coverage skin tint with brightening glow serum broadband SPF 40. I love this one. Very pretty on the skin. If you like a glowy finish, something that doesn't exaggerate texture and has a pretty decent wear time and a nice SPF and kind of skincare benefits, this one's really, really, really nice. The shade is a little deep on me, so we're really bringing it down the neck and blending it in onto the ears. I'm doing this in a pretty light application, not super built up or anything, because we got the concealer underneath. It's just more to make everything merge together and look seamless. And when I get to where I've done the blush and contour, I'm just lightly dabbing over. Like that. With less product on the brush. Alright, now we're going to set my face with some Fit Me Loose Setting Powder in the shade Fair 05. This will give a bit of a brightening effect as well because it's lighter. Now let's get a lower lash line. Jump back over to Wild West. And the eyeliner, I'm going to go ahead and take a little bit of Demolition right here. Alrighty, and then we'll take a bit of whiskey. Take this little flat brush. Shuffling up. And we grab some of Ghost Town. And just mimicking what I did on the upper lash line, pretty much. I'm going to take a Detail Diffuse Crease from Sigma with a bit of Spur. And just run that underneath. Soften all that out. And I'm going to grab a little more Standoff. Right in there. Here. Mascara, I'm going to use just L'Oreal Panorama in Black Brown. And you know what, in the waterline, I'm going to pull this little gold eyeliner I have that I always forget I have. This is actually from Avon. Yeah, Avon. This is the shade Sepia. And it's just a really pretty, kind of warm goldy shade. A little bit of that in here. It just popped in my head. I know Avon's an MLN, and I hate that structure. I really, really hate MLNs. That being said, Avon's quality. I've never had any complaints about their makeup. Because I mean, I've tried it. I've dabbled. I mean, everybody has. We all have family members sold Avon. And there's a weird nostalgia I have for Avon where I don't feel like it's as nefarious as a lot of the other MLNs are. Like, I hate the fly-by-night ones. But, like, to me, Avon's been around forever. I don't feel like it's as predatory as a lot of the other ones. And their quality really is pretty lovely. And they have nice perfumes. I grew up using them, so I have like a little bit of like a nostalgia towards Avon. They feel, I don't know, I'm willing to give them a pass. And I do believe you can just like buy their products now. You don't have to do like through a consultant or anything. I mean, we all remember having an Avon lady, Avon calling. Or our moms having one rather. And I always love getting an Avon catalog to look at. If I see one, which is so rare, but occasionally like in a nail salon or hair salon somewhere, I'll see one sitting there and I get so excited. You know, I'll look through there. The jewelry. I used to love their jewelry when I was like junior high, high school, elementary school. My mom would always buy me stuff through Avon. That was like one of my first makeup. If it wasn't CoverGirl, it came through Avon. So I have like a little soft spot for the brand. And that eyeliner actually I got from my friend Donna. In fact, she gave it to me in a giveaway, but it came in a giveaway from her. But it was just made me think, it's like, you know, I haven't used like an Avon makeup product in so many years. I think that might be like a fun video idea, is just a full face of Avon. Just to see what the quality is like. Because I remember the quality being good. So I remember there being some funniness with the foundations as far as finding like your right shade. Like I feel like the undertones were never quite it. But I'm sure that's improved because that was, my goodness, when I was a kid, that being a thing. And I do believe you can just like on the Avon website and buy stuff now. I'm not sure. I'm going to research this. And no part of the video will, of course, be affiliated or sponsored or anything like that. It'll be like an actual, like, fully honest, upfront review of if the products are actually legit and worth picking up. All right, anyway, I'm going to do a little more bronzing. Let's do Queen Bee from Melt. This is a very glowy product, so I just dab a little bit into both shades. And then tap off a bit onto my wrist here. Just doot a little around. This is a technical term, doot it around. D-O-O-T, doot. Just dooting around. Same on the perimeter here. I like the formula of these. Like the feel of them. They have almost like a, they remind me a lot of like a baked gelée feel. Like the way like Charlotte Tilbury's products feel, like in the face palettes, like the Glowgasm, Nudegasm palettes, that texture. These have that kind of texture. They're just very glowy. They're not glittery. They're just extremely glowy. I mean, they're metallic-y. That kind of glow. And somewhat duochromatic a little bit, like especially like this one. And I think you can still pick up some of these. I'll link them if I can find them. But I love them. Yeah, I'm going to, of course, link everything that I can find online that's still available from a reputable source. But I'm sure you could look on like Poshmark or Mercari or somewhere and find these as well. All right, and for the blush, we'll do Buzzkill, which is so pretty. It's, you know, peach with a gold shift in there. So I'm going to take the Buzz side first. These are pretty pigmented also. I'm just going to use that to kind of top where we already applied that lipstick cream blush thing. Just add some really pretty glow to the cheeks. Then I'll take the lighter side of the palette, a little bit higher up, a little more of a highlighter placement, and then more onto the apples. All right, and let's move on to lips. For lip liner, I'm just doing more of a softer application of this. To me, the star of the show, Wild Saffron. I'm excited about this color. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. This is a happy color. That is beautiful. Such a beautiful lip shade. Oh, I love it. Absolutely perfect. And just to gloss it up a touch, I'm going to take some of this Lifter Plump gloss in the shade Hot Chili. There we go. Nice. That is a nice lip combo there. That's summery, that's like warm and spicy. It's a spicy lip. It's not quite crawfish bowl lip. It's more. It's definitely saffron. And I really think it's so pretty and made such a beautiful blush. I mean, truly a beautiful blush. Yeah, what do you think? I know that the Naked Wild West palette isn't the most exciting thing in the world. And I don't think it was like super popular either, but there's something about the palette that I enjoy. I think the quality was pretty decent across the board. I think this is the only kind of somewhat disappointing shade in it. And you can still make it work. You just gotta use your finger. But yeah, it's I don't know. It's got a lot of nice shades in there, and I like the theming. I like anything that's Wild West themed. So I got all on my teeth. So that's just kind of, you know, I enjoy anything that's Wild West themed. Melt blushes, a class. I still adore these. I absolutely adore these, and will probably end up panning them because that's how much I love them. Like I love the effect they give to the cheeks, the nice, beautiful, glowy blush topper look. They've always been a blush formula that I've loved. And yeah, this is still beautiful. The It Cosmetics CC Nude Glow. This is still just such a pretty, pretty product. And of course this lip, I can't stop staring at it. Like, yes, it's my kind of lip color. I love it. Love it. Ooh, it's the perfect summery lip. It's not even summer yet, but I'm over here like, perfect summer lip. All right. But yeah, I think that's all for today. Hopefully this chip Dorito that I had one of them little like, snack bags of Doritos with lunch today. And yeah, hopefully this little piece of it dislodges from behind my tonsil. And that goes away because it is not comfortable. It hurts. It hurts to talk. It is stabbing me currently. Oh, the joys of having massive tonsils naturally is that things just get stuck behind them sometimes. Let me know your thoughts on like a cutthroat kind of legit review of a full face of like Avon products that is totally like unaffiliated with Avon, and we're like really gonna be like reading it and critiquing the products. Let me know if that interests you. Like, so I feel like there might be a little bit of a natural curiosity there about that, and I just feel like Avon's just kind of did OnlyFans kill Avon? I'm just gonna throw this out there that I see a lot less MLNs since OnlyFans hit the scene. That's all I'm saying. But yeah, let me know your thoughts about like actually doing kind of a deep dive into Avon. Maybe we can do like the history of Avon. I don't know. I have a weird nostalgia for the brand. So, and do you have the Urban Decay Naked Wild West? Let me know that too. Like, did you buy it? Do you still have it, or did you declutter it? Like, let me know. And what are your favorite products from Urban Decay? Let me know that as well. What products do you just absolutely love from Urban Decay? I'll see you guys in the next one. Stay safe and stay spooky. My OnlyFans will be linked in the bio. No, just kidding. I don't think YouTube allows that, so I'm joking, YouTube. Demonetized. Can't get demonetized if you're not monetized to begin with. All right. I'll see you later. Bye now.